Beamy, late-night art studio gremlin. Place smells like oil paint and reheated coffee that's been microwaved. Fluorescent lights humming. It's past closing. Most people dipped hours ago, like functional adults. Me and her, still here. We are not functional adults. We are one more layer people. She's the girl we've been working with in the same studio for a couple of months now. She's by the window, hair tied up in that loose, I tried for 3 seconds way, paint on her fingers, staring at the canvas. She always does this, gets into a staring contest with inanimate objects. I'm at my station, sketchbook open. Pretending I'm not watching her, have beef with a rectangle. Say, casual, "You're thinking too hard again." She glances over her shoulder. Deadpan. I'm not. I keep it calm. You are. Your shoulders do that thing. Do the tiny shrug motion she does when she's spiraling. She rolls her eyes, but she smiles anyway. Don't psychoanalyze me. I shrug. I'm an artist. It's a professional flaw. We work like this a lot. Same room, different universes, no forced conversation, just brushstrokes and pencil scratches, and the occasional "who stole my good brush?" It's her. She steals my good brushes like it's a hobby, then acts shocked when I notice. She's beautiful in a way that doesn't try. Soft lines, gentle presence. The kind of person you notice even if she says nothing. I don't stare. I have self-preservation instincts, and also basic respect. And also I'm terrified she'll notice and turn it into a thing, she says, without turning around, like it's nothing. Just so you know, I only date women. I blink once, processing, then nod. Okay, that's it. No pause, no awkward laugh, no, are you sure? No challenge accepted. No, but what if I? Just, okay. I go back to shading a hand that still looks like a cursed potato. I'm just a guy with graphite dust on his sleeve. I can feel her freeze. She turns slowly. That's all you're going to say? I look up. Did you want a speech? She blinks like she short-circuited. I just thought you'd, I don't know, react. I nod. I did. I listened. She stares at my face like it's a puzzle with missing pieces. You're not disappointed? I answer honestly. No, why would I be? She frowns suspicious, because most people do react. Too much. I don't, she mutters half to herself. Huh. Turns back to her canvas, but now her brush moves slower. Rest of the night. She glances at me when she thinks I'm not looking, like she's running diagnostics, like, why isn't he making this weird? Why isn't he trying to win? Why isn't he doing the thing men do? And I'm over here like, why is my charcoal smearing? Priorities. Pack up time, she says. You're very comfortable. I sling my bag over my shoulder. I like where I am. She nods slowly. Good. But her voice is different, curious. I leave, walk home, thinking nothing of it. To me, it was a conversation. To her, it was apparently a software update. Next day. Nothing changes. She's still across from me, still humming quietly while painting. But now she's watching me, subtle at first, like a cat pretending it's not staring. I stretch. She looks up too fast, like her eyes were waiting in the wings. I move toward the sink. Suddenly she needs the sink too, at the exact same time. She asks my opinion on a piece she absolutely doesn't need help with. Her technique is better than mine on a good day. I look at her canvas, say calmly, "You're avoiding color." She sighs. I know. I point with my pencil. Trust it. You always pull back right before it works. She looks at me. You notice that? I shrug. I look. She smiles like she didn't mean to. That feeling when you catch someone caring, someone walks by. You two are basically married at this point. She laughs too quickly. We're not. I don't correct them. I just keep mixing paint, because correction would make it a scene, and I don't do scenes. Out of the corner of my eye, I see her glance at me. Waiting. For what? No clue. Maybe for me to deny it. Sorry, babe, I'm allergic to dramatic. Lunch. She sits across from me instead of her usual spot. Closer than necessary, she says, casual. So, you didn't ask me anything after I told you about, you know. I sip my tragic studio coffee. Tastes like regret. I didn't have questions. She frowns. Not even one, I think. What's your favorite color? She stares. That's it? I nod. That's the only one that matters. She laughs, then catches herself. And I'm not flirting. I'm just here. And somehow that's what's messing with her. That evening, last two in the studio. Again, of course. We're like stray cats. We live here now. She hesitates by the door. You staying late? Yeah. Me too. She pauses, then, almost to herself. This is stupid. I look up. What is? She shakes her head fast. Nothing. Her ears are pink. She walks back to her canvas, and I realize something. She isn't confused because she likes me. She's confused because I didn't make it complicated, because I didn't make it a negotiation. And that's new for her. Studio at night feels different now. Only one lamp on between us, casting warm light on paint-stained tables, unfinished canvases, and two people pretending they're not orbiting. She's barefoot, on the floor, back against the wall, sketchbook on her knees. I pretend not to notice. She pretends I didn't pretend. She says softly. You're still here, I answer. So are you. She hums. I'm cleaning brushes, and I hear her sigh. Can I ask you something? Sure. Pause. You're not waiting for me to change my mind, right? I look at her. No. She frowns. You didn't even think about it. I nod. I did. The answer didn't change. She studies my face like she's searching for a scam. And if I don't, I say calm, then nothing changes. We work, we talk, we paint. She swallows. And if I do, I smile a little. Then we'll talk about that too. And that's when she looks away. Silence. She whispers, I don't understand what's happening. I sit down across from her, not too close. Want help figuring it out? She nods once. Barely. She starts, stops. I've never looked at a man and felt frustrated. This is wrong. I shake my head. It's just unexpected. She laughs softly. You're very calm about me questioning my entire identity. I say gently. I'm not the one questioning it. You are. She looks up. And that doesn't bother you? No. Why? I think a second. Because you're not broken? You're just honest. Her eyes sting. She blinks fast. She whispers. Don't say things like that. I tilt my head. Why? She admits, small voice. Because it makes me feel safe. And I don't know what to do with that. My face when I accidentally became emotional support guy. I didn't sign up for this. We don't do anything dramatic. When we finally pack up, she lingers at the door again. This is becoming a habit, she says. You don't look at me like I'm a problem. I meet her eyes. You're not. She nods slowly. Good. She leaves, glances back once, just once. And my brain finally catches up. She's not afraid of liking me. She's afraid of what it means that she already does. Next few days, she starts acting different. She switches workstations. She wears headphones more, keeps conversations shorter. Morning, I say. Morning, she replies, already facing her canvas. I don't comment. I respect boundaries like it's my religion. By lunchtime, she's clearly uncomfortable. Not with me, with herself. She drops a pencil, bends to pick it up, bumps her head on the table, mumbles. This is stupid. I glance over. You okay? Yes, she says too fast. I mean, fine, great, excellent even. I smile. Good. She looks at me like she expected more, like she wanted me to tease. I don't. I just stay steady, which somehow makes her more flustered. Someone asks if we're collaborating again. She answers instantly. No. Then freezes. I mean, not right now. I nod. No rush. Her shoulders tense. That wasn't the reaction she planned for either. Night again. Alone in the studio. Again. She slumps into a chair, looks at the ceiling like it contains answers. I'm being weird, she says. I nod. A little. She groans. I told myself I'd put space between us. I tilt my head. How's that going? She gestures vaguely around the room. Poorly. I don't move closer. She looks at me. You don't miss me, she says quietly. I smile. I do. She blinks. Then why aren't you doing anything? I answer gently. Because you asked for space, and I respect that. Her face softens. Then she laughs, frustrated. That's unfair. I raise an eyebrow. Respect? She shakes her head. No, the way you do it. She rubs her face like she's trying to wipe away her own thoughts. I'm trying not to fall for you. I consider. Okay. She looks up, hopeful for half a second. I ask, deadpan. Want help with that? Hope flashes again. Then she realizes what I did, and she huffs. No, I smile. Thought so. She stands to leave, hesitates at the door, again. You're not making this harder, she says. I know. You're making it impossible. I meet her eyes. You don't have to decide anything. Just be honest with yourself. She nods slowly. That's the scary part. She leaves. Ordinary afternoon. Someone new visits the studio. A woman, confident, clearly into my work. Asks me questions like she's collecting reasons to talk to me again. I answer politely, friendly. I'm literally explaining brush types like a nerd. But I glance across the room, and I see her. Frozen, brush unmoving, eyes locked on us, expression tight. She looks away fast. Later she's fighting a tube of paint, twisting it too hard, muttering. I hate this, I say calmly. Careful, you'll spill it. She snaps. Maybe I want to. Then she stops, closes her eyes. I'm sorry. I walk over, gentle tone. For what? She laughs weakly. For feeling like this. I wait. I let her have the space to say it. She exhales. I don't get jealous, she says. I've never been jealous of men. Ever. She finally looks at me, eyes bright, confused. When I saw her talking to you, she admits quietly, I felt this horrible twist in my chest. She presses her hand there like it might explain itself. And my first thought wasn't, why do I care? It was, I care. The room feels smaller, I say softly. You don't have to explain anything to me. She shakes her head. I know, but I need to say it out loud. She inhales, steadying herself. I don't like men, she says, then her voice drops. Except you. The words hang there. I meet her gaze. That's okay, I say. She stares. That's it? That's it, I repeat. You're allowed to feel what you feel. Her eyes fill. I was so afraid you'd think this means something about me. I answer. It means you're human. And honest. She laughs through tears. You make this sound so simple. I nod. It is. You just didn't expect it. She steps closer, not touching yet. She whispers. I don't know where this goes. I say. I'm not asking you to. I'm right here. And that's when she reaches out, fingers brushing my wrist. And neither of us pulls away. She doesn't rush it, her fingers still resting on my wrist. She says softly. I've never done this before, I ask. Done what? She swallows. Chosen. Not because it made sense. Because it felt right. I nod. Then we'll go slow. Her shoulders relax like she's been holding them up for years. Thank you, she whispers. The studio is quiet. She studies me. You're not nervous, I admit. I am. Just not afraid. She smiles. I like that about you. She tilts her head slightly. I move a little closer, asking with my body first. Out loud, is this okay? She nods. Yes. The kiss is soft. Her hand slides from my wrist to my chest, fingers curling in my shirt. We pull back. She laughs quietly. Oh, I smile. Good, oh? She nods. Very good, oh. Then she gets serious again, voice small. I don't feel wrong. I thought I would. I rest my forehead against hers. You're not doing anything wrong. She closes her eyes. Say that again. I repeat, steady. You're not doing anything wrong. She exhales deep and shaky. She kisses me again. This time, she initiates. When we finally step apart, she wipes at her eyes, smiling like she can't believe herself. I'm definitely in trouble, she says. I grin. Welcome. She looks at me with warmth that feels like home. I don't like men, she repeats, then quieter, smiling. Except you. I squeeze her hand. Still lucky me. We don't announce it. We don't need to. The studio has the observational skills of a gossiping hawk. It starts small. She sits closer, leans in when she talks, touches my arm without thinking, just smiles like, yeah, I did that. What about it? Someone walks by, raises an eyebrow. Are you two working on the same piece again? She says calm. Yes. I say at the same time. Yes. We look at each other and smile. And that's when the whisper network activates. Later, one of the artists corners her near the sink. careful voice. Hey, I don't want to assume anything, but are you okay? She looks across the room at me, then back. Yeah, she says. I'm really okay. At lunch, someone jokes. So did you finally convert him to Art Night Chaos? She laughs. He was already chaos. I grin. Can confirm. Someone else, half joking, half nosy. Didn't you used to say you'd never date men? The room goes quiet, like everyone collectively pretends they weren't listening. She doesn't flinch, doesn't look down, doesn't perform shame, just says calmly, I still don't. Pause. Then, as simple as breathing. I just love him. Later, when we're alone again. She exhales like she's been holding it in. That was easier than I thought, I say. You didn't owe anyone anything. She nods. I know. But it felt good to say it out loud. She leans her head against my shoulder. I was afraid I'd lose something by choosing you. I wrap an arm around her. And now? She smiles, softer. Now I feel like I found something. Days pass. We settle into it. She's still her, still hates labels, still rolls her eyes at corny romantic lines. I'm still me, still calm, still the guy who cleans brushes like it's a meditation ritual. Exhibition week. Everyone stressed, everyone dramatic. She's finishing her piece. Slow, careful strokes. I watch from my chair, not interrupting. Because interrupting an artist mid-flow is a death wish. She glances over. You're staring, I correct. I'm appreciating. She smiles. You always do that. I shrug. Occupational hazard. Loving an artist. She laughs softly, goes back to her work. When she's done, she steps back, exhales. There. Finished. I stand and walk over. The painting is beautiful. I say what I see. It feels like you. She looks at me, eyes bright. That's the first time it ever has. Later, we sit on the floor, backs against the wall, legs tangled loosely. She rests her head on my shoulder. Quiet voice. You know, I was so scared I'd lose myself. I turn slightly. And did you? She shakes her head. No, then smiles. I just added you. I smile too. That seems reasonable. She breathes in. And I still hate labels. I know that too. She looks up at me. But I love you. I brush my thumb over her knuckles. You didn't stop being who you were. You just let yourself be honest about who you love. She closes her eyes. Thank you for never making this a question I had to answer for you. I say it simply. I never needed one. I just wanted you. She smiles. We pack up, leave the studio, hands laced together. She teases, because of course she does. I don't like men. I grin. Still lucky me. She laughs and squeezes my hand. Very lucky. And for the first time, there's no confusion left, just love and the smell of paint.